Hi Cancer, and welcome to your December 15th to 31st general reading. So I pulled you two Lenormands, you got the stocks and then the rider. Okay, so this is the stocks are about news coming your way. They tend to deliver some piece of information, and this piece of information is about this brand new start, because it comes with the rider card. So the rider card is about going forward to some sort of new chapter, very, very aligned with the big astrology. So, we're going into a conjunction. This is a brand new 200-year cycle, and there seems to be some information that's coming your way, which is leading to this feeling of going forward, I have to say, in a very, very enthusiastic way, to some sort of new era. Very, very beautiful Norman cards. So I have to say, Cancer, I'm quite excited to find out where and how this is going on for you. So I'm going to pick 7 cards. I'm not doing what lies behind us for anyone, because December and January, they're probably the busiest times for astrologers and tarot readers. So I won't do that, and I'll just stick with the 7 cards and see what wants to come up for you, Cancer, okay? So give me a minute. So what you want is some sort of significant victory. 6 of Wands is called Velour. I mean, velour just means I succeed. You know, you've moved out of the 5 of Wands. The 5 of Wands is a card of evolution. It can be quite a stressful card, but I love it when it shows up, because there's some sort of change and some sort of breakthrough happening, and what you want is the breakthrough. Now, what's helping you get that is the 8 of Swords, which is very interesting, because when the 8 of Swords shows up as a gift, it almost is saying to you, whatever, most people's 2020 has gone wrong, okay? In certain aspects of it, our plans have gone wrong, but in this position, whatever seems to you that it's not worked out perfectly is working out perfectly, because it's helping you reach this success. And maybe it's been a little bit of a winding road, which seems to be for most people. The challenge is the Justice card. Relationships, you've got the Wheel of Fortune. A 10, some sort of turning around, some sort of potential turning of the wheel, essentially. Relation and money and work, you've got the 6 of Swords. Another 6, another 6 of Cups at soul level. So 3 6s. The 6s all represent balance after being in the 5s. Yeah. So the 5s are always about some sort of, oh look, and then you're ending in a 5. But don't worry, that's a strange one. So it's like a step back. So what's the 5 about then? This is so this is feeling a little bit divided from someone. One card to clarify the 5. The Knight of Swords and 8 of Wands. So this is about communication and movement, yeah? You get this 5 of Pentacles here. So, I mean, the 5 of Pentacles can be a card of financial stress. I tend to read it as feeling divided from another person. So the walls have gone up here, see? And there's 2 people, and they're not moving into the solution. So the solution is always about communication, and the truth shall set you free. So some sort of dropping of the walls needs to happen. And it's clarified with 2 cards of communication. Very, very directive. Very, very... The 8 of Wands is very, very warm communication now. And the Knight of Swords, these are 2 cards of speed. So either someone's coming to see you, or there's communication happening to try and bridge the divide between you and another person. I'll try and find out a little bit more. And yeah, because the Libra card is the challenge. The Libra rules our relationships. It's our 7th house, it's our relationships. And it's quite odd because you have got the Wheel of Fortune here, which is a turnaround of events. And there's a card of connecting, 6 of Cups at a soul level. But then there seems to be some sort of divide. Now, I wonder, Cancer, if sometimes that's just the way it is. You know, sometimes we're in a state of openness. And I guess being a Cancer as well, that desire sometimes when you've been very open is to pull yourself back. It's almost the rhythms of the moon. You know, sometimes you're open and other times you need to recharge your batteries from within. So it might not be any big deal here. And just a sense of my natural cycle is pulling me inwards. What you want is the 6 of Wands. That's some sort of significant breakthrough and victory. What's helping you get that is the 8 of Swords. Whatever feels like it's not working out, Cancer, is working out. And 8 of Swords is the gift. It's almost like any feeling of rejection or frustration is actually protection. Always the same when the 8 of Swords is the gift. It can be quite frustrating to see it, but when you actually fully accept it, it's almost like any delays, any obstacles are helping you reach the success and the victory that you want, okay? We're still dealing with delays and frustrations right through December. We just are, okay? I mean, even though there's this new energy coming through, which is very, very exciting for everyone, on the other hand, we're still dealing, and we probably will be until next spring, energy and frustrations around the virus, okay? So whatever the 8 of Swords, it's looking after you. You know, I'm going to tell you, Cancer, see when that's turned up in that position for me, it has stopped me making what potentially would have been a catastrophic decision. Yeah? Like getting in a relationship that my soul had no place in that relationship. So whatever the 8 of Swords is, I want you to turn it around by saying thank you to whatever's going on. Now, the challenge is the Libra card. So the Libra card is harvest time. It does rule our relationships. But there's a strange relationship with these 3 cards because there's desiring success, frustration as the gift, and harvest time as the challenge. Which would say to me, you're in the middle of a really big cycle. And I think it's probably to do with your work because of the 6 of Swords here. The 6 of Swords is a transitory card. I mean, look, the image tells the story. You've left something behind, but you're not where you want to be, okay? So you're in transition. And I wonder if that's why the Justice card is the challenge. But I guarantee you, whatever delays and frustrations you're having is not going against you. There's sometimes as a reader, a lot of cards can be very ambient apart from that card in that position. That is if it shows up in that position, whatever frustrations and delays are not frustrations and delays. It's almost like you're going towards the rider, you're going towards this new chapter. And sometimes what we need to do is just say, that's it, and keep going. And that seems to be the energy, okay? And, you know, maybe having this harvest is a little bit of a frustration. You've not quite arrived where you want to be, especially regarding your work. I really wouldn't give it any worry. Not with that Eight of Swords as the gift, by the way. So, Wheel of Fortune is in your relationships. The Wheel of Fortune generally is a 10. It's a cycle that's concluding. It tends to be a very, very positive turnaround of events. Now, Six of Cups at a soul level, not far off the same sort of message. It's these really nice cards, potentially, of connection, of spending time with people that you value. Give me a minute. So why is the Wheel of Fortune showing up for Cancer in the relationship? So you get this Knight of Wands. So Knight of Wands tends to be some sort of, you know, very, very positive direction. Very, very exuberant card. Tends to be quite passionate, brings quite excitement. And it's with the Wheel of Fortune. So this is actually, Cancer, these are really, it's almost like very warm. Very, almost want to say, almost warm. And some good fortune happening in your relationships. Because good fortune is relational, it's financial, it's anything that makes life feel better. And I am assuming that's happening in your relationships because of what's going on at a soul level. Yeah, because the Six of Cups is with the Two of Cups. So this is about connection. Any delays, please, Cancer. It's the only one card in that position that I 100% guarantee. If there's any delays and any frustrations in work and relationships, I want you to almost take it with a smile. And go, okay, that belief that everything's working out for the greatest good. That's the way that card in that position is almost a form of protection. And I never read that card any other way. What's Cancer been protected from? I'm a bit intrigued now what you've been protected from. It'll be generally some sort of disappointment, some sort of something that they've gone wrong. So you've been protected from the Tower card. So I mean, the Tower card with the Eight of Swords is a gift here. If you've been protected from it, you've been protected from something that would not have been a positive event, such as going to the wrong job, something that would not have been in your best interest, Cancer. That is the only way that I can look at that card. Now, you do end in the Five of Pentacles, okay? So this can be a little bit of a, sometimes it can be a little bit of financial worry. I tend to read it as a relationship card, have done for forever. Unless it shows up in the money house, obviously. But, you know, this, it can be, but this is, if Five of Pentacles is about feeling separate from someone that you love. Now, with this wheel and this six, sometimes I think, oh, are you going to be so open over the holidays that there's a natural inclination to take back your energy? Because Cancer, that's how you operate. No one is in that state of openness all the time. The moon rules our emotional mind, that part of us that connects with another person. And sometimes we need to go into our shell to rebuild our batteries, So for some reason, I'm not worried about it. And then here comes this movement. And the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Wands are knights that move really, really fastly. They bring news, they bring information. And the Eight of Wands is exactly the same card. So what's it bringing? What sort of news and what sort of information is it bringing? I think a lot of people will be quite happy to complete 2020. What news is it bringing? Oh, sorry, I'm just trying to get one card. Oh, so you get the Star card. So look at the openness here compared to the Five of Pentacles. Listen, Cancer, I honestly say the most profound healing is actually self-acceptance. When we accept how we are made, I could never operate at a level where I'm constantly open. Sometimes I just need to pull my energy back. So knowing and understand the rhythms of the moon is probably a huge growth process for you. But the Star card is the complete opposite of the Five of Pentacles. Look, I mean, look at her nakedness as she shares herself. But she's Aquarius. And Aquarius does it in a little bit of a, I want to use the word detached. I mean, I'm an Aquarius, but, and I am a little bit detached actually, but, so we share our waters, but we also keep a little bit of a part of our, we also keep a little bit a part of our individuation. Aquarius, Leo, yeah. So maybe Cancer, it's not about feeling separate from someone. It's about learning to understand how your rhythms work. And when you're in that, I need to be quiet, it doesn't have to be a drama. It can just be, I need to retreat in order to return. Star card. Oh boy, you know, life would be so much simpler if we all understood our rhythms and how we operate. Anyhow, Cancer, I really enjoyed that reading actually. I'm very, very excited for 2021. It's not going to be straightforward, but we're moving from so much earth to air. That'll have a shadow side, but it will be so much lighter. And when I see you as that rider, it's almost like you're dropping some of the weight that's some of the weight that's from maybe making you feel like a little bit of mud. Earth and water can make mud, and maybe dropping it. Anyhow, Cancer, the link to my website is below. I do wish you all the best for 2021. So much love, guys. Bye.